Chapter 4: Business Strategies and Models that Support the Implementation of Circular Value Networks. This fourth chapter focuses on the relation between value networks and business model canvas. Indeed, circular business strategies, already explained in the Business Models module, have a clear and direct influence on the value networks. Here, you can see the value network of a business in the business model canvas. It describes the network of suppliers and partners that make the business model work. To better understand this influence, an organization must answer the following questions. Who are our key partners? Which key resources are we acquiring from them? Which key activities do they perform? In the Business Model module, 3 categories of business strategies are described based on the life cycle phase and the inherent value of the concerned product. The pre-use or uphill phase, the use or tophill phase, and the after-use or downhill phase. In the case of uphill phase or business category, we can identify different partners depending on the circular strategy. This way, in the case of maximizing production efficiency strategy, local industries providing resource flows or renewable energy providers are the main new key partners needed. In the case of circular sourcing strategy, however, circular material suppliers would be the most relevant new key partners to be considered. One good example to illustrate the role of key partners in uphill circular strategies is the chair manufactured by Van de Zandt. Van de Zandt uses recovered plastic waste from the ocean as a production input for their furniture. The plastic is used for bed and chair frames and upholstery fabric. This way, ocean plastic collectors and recycling facilities become main key partners to include in the value network. Kalundborg Symbiosis project in Denmark is another good example to show the influence between circular business strategies and the value network. It is a local partnership between 8 companies established in 1972. The main principle of their cooperation is that waste from one company becomes the resource of another, resulting in an efficient production requiring less resources. Here, neighboring industries providing material, energy, and water flows are the key partners required in the circular value network. On the other hand, in the case of circular strategies included in the top-hill business category, we mainly find strategies focused on prolonging product life and provision of services. The prolongment of product life is often handled internally and not necessarily related to collaboration within the value network. In some cases, partnership may be relevant for providing service personnel or servicing stations, for instance, car repair shops. Use-oriented and result-oriented product service systems as well as sharing platforms often require substantial collaboration due to the radical change of the business model in connection to it. For result-oriented services, there is also often a need for consultancy or technological capabilities such as asset tracking and monitoring. Finally, in the case of the downhill business category, we find strategies that focus on keeping the value of products, components, and materials after the use phase at its highest. Here, we can find strategies focused on the resale of products and focus on the recovery of materials. Both strategies often require reverse logistics handled either by third parties or internally. As well as this, the applicability of the two often depends on the asset's value, meaning that assets with a high economic value are often handled internally, while low-value assets are often handled by third parties. Following the business model canvas, define the 3 fields, key partners, key resources, and key activities for 3 realized circular business strategies, 1 uphill, 1 tophill, and 1 from the downhill category. For each business model, define the company's key partners. For those key partners, which are different to the linear business model answer? Which key resources is the company acquiring from their key partners, and which key activities do they perform?